What's up, guys? Welcome to Game of the Week for week number 12. That's right, we got some great games going on. The season is quickly wrapping up, and with all of these movers and shakers and teams that are trying to make a late push, we had a classic game here with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens, and the Chiefs are able to keep this winning streak alive. They win 30-28 at home against the Baltimore Ravens, and these are two teams that really know how to play some defense. Look at these numbers here. The Ravens did allow 180 rushing yards, but if you look at Kansas City, they allowed 162 rushing yards. And since both of these teams were running the ball so well, you see that the passing numbers were down. The Ravens allowed 135 passing yards, 159 passing yards for Kansas City. They also had 6 sacks, 3 sacks for the Ravens. So both of these teams are really getting after the quarterback. They were keeping those passing numbers down, but for some reason, they were just giving up big plays on the ground. 29% third down percentage for the Kansas City Chiefs, 25% third down percentage for the Baltimore Ravens. And then look at this, only 1 turnover for the Ravens, so there was not a lot of turnovers in this game. A couple of penalties, though, for the Ravens, 4 for 37. So a really back and forth game for both of these teams. Let's look at some individual stats here. Fede, however you want to say his name, I call him Fede, 14 of 23, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So not a bad day for him, just not a lot of big plays. They were able to really just run the ball super well. You'll see Murray, 10 for 144, 2 touchdowns with a long of 65, only 2 for West and 18. Since both of these teams are running the ball so well and pretty efficient with their quarterbacks, seems like the clock was just a ticking and just not a lot of offensive plays. If you look at Kansas City, 10 or 18 for 96 yards, 3 touchdowns, along of 60, 1 for Austin for the touchdown of 19. Another 5 for 52 for Thomas, along of 27. Watson didn't play so well, 6 of 13 before evidently getting hurt for 103. Smith, though, comes in, goes 2 for 2 for 57 yards, so 2 big plays for Smith. He's able to keep that clock running. Looking at some receiving yards, really the guy that stands out for the Kansas City Chiefs is Burton, 3 for 65, a long of 35 yards. Over for Baltimore, really it's 2 from Gilmore for 59, a long of 54 with the touchdown. Another 3 for 56 for Murray. So Murray really was the guy who was making all of the big plays for the Baltimore Ravens. Look at a little defensive stats here. You got a sack from Nelson to go along with 2 tackles, 1 from Ekebom. He gets a sack with 4 tackles on the day. Over here for the Ravens, Mosley gets a forced fumble to go with 3 tackles. Williams, 2 tackles and a sack. So really both of these teams making plays on both sides of the ball. It was really the big play in the running game, and it actually turned out into a shootout, but from the running attacks from both of these teams. Not something that you normally see here in the OMFL. Both of these guys found success on the ground. The Ravens were pretty efficient with their passing game. It seemed like this 1 turnover was a big deal, plus the forced fumble, but only 1 turnover total for both of these teams. So Kansas City are able to be efficient with turning the ball over, a great running game, able to kill the clock, and they come away with the victory here, 30-28. Guys, you should have turned in, and you still have time to turn this in for an Instant Classic Game of the Week. You get some points for the incentive program, and we get to put this in our Instant Classic Game for our thread on the forums. All you got to do is upload it to our YouTube channel, send me the link through the forum submission for Instant Classic Game of the Week. You'll get some points. So thank you guys for tuning in for Instant Classic Game of the Week. This is a look at week number 12 here in the OMFL. I can't wait to see. We already have a sneak peek of what might get it for week number 13. So get those games done. Have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy your holiday with your family and friends. Don't eat too much food. Let's enjoy some football and enjoy some time with family and friends, and even a little relaxation as we roll into the holiday season here. So thanks again for getting these in. Thanks again for tuning into the show. Check out Press Pass Live. It just came out. A lot of more stuff will come out tomorrow, and we're excited about the new things that are dropping here. Check out the website, grownfolksoc.com. Tons of great articles. I'm going to read up on some teams and the movement and shakers here in the OMFL, and tons of other stuff happening in the Grown Folks community. Until next week, have a great one. Peace.